Consistently attract soulmate clients. Begin showing up on brand, monetizing on your calling. Welcome all spiritual coaches, leaders, healers, light workers, and practitioners to a show that turns you on in your business and amplifies your magnetism. I'm host, catalyst, and spiritual business coach Rosalyn Fung, and I'm here to journey with you into the juicy and help you discover where the real gaps are. Ignite your mindset and soul with strategies and systems as each episode takes you to the sweet spots that activate your soulgasmic business. Enjoy this light language activation as we begin to magnetize and monetize. Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so honored to have you choose to listen to this show. If you enjoy this episode, please do leave a review, take a screenshot of this podcast cover, and shout me out on social media so that more people can tune in as well. On Instagram, it's Bold Sexy Warrior, and on Facebook, it's Rosalyn Fung Coaching Bold Sexy Warrior. If you are feeling called to dive in deeper as well, join me in my upcoming 12-week Mastermind Client Attraction Academy, where I will be walking you through my signature method. And you will receive modules for lifetime weekly group coaching sessions with me. And together, I'm here to facilitate and be a catalyst to you to elevate your next level version of yourself through mindset, soul, and strategy. This begins on May 26th. And if you enroll before May 1st, you will receive a one-on-one soul session, Akashic record with me for yourself and your business. Really vision in, clear any blocks that are in your way from this life or past lives. And also receive bonuses in over $4,000 of value. You can go to www.7figureconfidence.com/academy to check this out and enroll. And of course, I always want to make sure that this feels like an alignment for you to join. So if you're not sure, you can always book in a discovery call with me at that link. Now on to today's show. Are you a massage therapist, coach, nutritionist, therapist, chiropractor, physio, acupuncturist, a holistic practitioner? Do you want to know how to attract fiercely loyal clients? Repeat business over and over and over again. Do you wonder how to bring your practice online, even as a massage therapist? And are you ready to create independence, impacts, and income? If you said yes to any or all of these questions, join me today as I jam with one of my soulmate clients and special guest, Miranda Harvath, who is a registered massage therapist, holistic business consultant, and the founder of Strive Holistic. She's passionate about inspiring her clients to skyrocket their practice by striving to help them reach their untapped potential. Miranda created Strive Holistic, draw back the curtain, and reveal how her clients can create a thriving, lucrative, and purposeful practice, as she has in either an individual one-on-one setting or in team trainings has done for her clients. She is consistently booked between 4 to 8 weeks in advance in her own massage practice with no slow season, and has successfully profited off running convention booths, fitness assessments, hands-on workshops, and online programs. So, you guys, I know you're going to be so excited to tune in. Miranda has a ton of wisdom in her young years. So welcome, my love.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited that you're here. It's been so amazing to work with you and see how much you've expanded in your own business, and not just your business, love, but really energetically you've up leveled, and just how beautiful it's been as you've literally expanded your soul, your energy, and you really have shown up at that next level version of yourself. So I'm so excited that you're here now and you're helping your clients. I mean, you've been pretty epic at helping your clients before we even worked together, and it's just been amazing to see even more growth and expansion. So I'd love for you to share what your story is and how you got to be who you are today and do what you do.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Yes, I'm so happy to be here and to share my story. I actually kind of got into massage therapy by accident. I'm a very pragmatic and practical person, a bit type A. So, and I know you can relate to that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So I got into massage therapy initially because I was planning to be I was an aspiring musician. I was a classical piano player, classically trained for about 15, 16 years, and a singer for a few years. And I was working at an insurance company as well. So if you can just imagine, I was sitting in my cubicle alone for 8 hours or so, and then sitting, on the piano bench, practicing a solo for 3 or 4 hours in the evening. And I just wasn't willing to, I guess, take the leap to do that thing that people do where they live in a van and they travel around and they try to make their music dreams come true. So I wanted a more practical way to make consistent income that still gave me the ability to be creative and work with my hands and be social, because I missed that social interaction. And so now I have that with massage therapy, creating very deep connections with my clients. And so much so I've earned so much success with creating my own practice that I've frequently had other colleagues, practitioners, people that I had been working with at the same location as myself for longer than myself. And I was booking very quickly. Wherever I went, I could fill my practice and fill it to be booked solid and booked weeks in advance, within a couple months even. Whereas, the standard, most people say it takes 12 to 18 months to build a loyal clientele. So I just decided it was time to share what I know, to really become the coach that I wanted at that time when I was new, because I had so many people asking me, like, how do you do it? And I figured this is my time to just show up and share this information.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love hearing all your excitement and enthusiasm. Tell us a little bit more, because I know you have a very powerful story. If you can just drop in a little bit more and share your personal side of the story, how this has been for you and how, again, it created you to be who you are today and shapes you.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I've loved being an entrepreneur and a business owner, and this journey to launch and run my own consulting business starting from nothing has been so transformational. It's made me become a really spiritual and strong person, and it causes you to really look at yourself and to level up in ways you didn't think you would be able to. Because in the past, I remember I used to have a really hard time with forgiveness. I just could not let things go. I remember feeling that desperation, like, am I always going to feel this way? Am I ever going to be able to clear this energy and live my life the way I want? Because I was anxious every single day and really high anxiety too, which is really surprising to a lot of my clients and people that know me. I've frequently had, clients or people that I'm closer with, when I say for the first time that I have daily anxiety and that I deal with it every day, and sometimes it's crippling, people would act with such surprise. They're like, I can't tell that you're anxious. You seem like a very chill person on the outside. Well, of course, because I'm trying to cope with it every day. And there's a lot of strength that comes with that and comes with those types of issues. So, It's been a really great way for me to see my progress, just coming from that place where I was anxious every day. I was kind of like drowning in fear all the time. I was trying to run my business with this like kind of toxic hustle culture, like pushing, that pushing vibe where you're always trying to break through like multiple walls and you're just wondering why everything has to be so hard. And that was one of the biggest limits for me to overcome, that I'm still trying to overcome, is that believing that business can be fun and easy to make money, and I have permission to make money easily, because that's something that I've kind of struggled with for a lot of my life, is just feeling like everything is hard, that you have to fight for every single little thing.
Oh my gosh. And I just really want you, as not you, but the listeners, as you are listening, can you relate and resonate on some level with Miranda's story? I feel like we all have had a very, we get to our purpose through our pain. And we learned so many lessons along the way. Both of you were definitely a former version of me, Miranda, when you first started when we first started working together. Just, really looking at, and you were desiring that, not having to push so hard and being that masculine. And I remember being there too. And the truth is, once you're a type A, you're always a type A. But the difference is we recognize the power of rest and the power of cycles, and being able to shift into giving ourselves permission to slow down and rest and take in more nourishment. And that's the huge thing. So those of you who are resonating with Miranda or I on this type A personality, take that in, that it's really important to just slow down, give yourself permission. And in the slowing down, you rejuvenate as well when you truly do so. So then, Miranda, tell us a little bit more about, how you then decided to help other practitioners. I know you said that they had been coming to you, asking you, so how did this even, for you, turn like this, then you became a business consultant?
Yeah, well, it really came from that same place of just, there has to be a way that, life doesn't have to be a fight every day like this. I'm for sure a recovering workaholic. Like, I remember I used to wake up in the middle of the night at 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes and think about something for my business, and I just couldn't let it go to enough to relax, to go back to sleep. And so I started to give up, and I just would think, well, I'm up and I'm thinking about it anyways, I might as well just start working. And I would start working in the middle of the night, and just feeling strung out every day. And in my massage practitioner life, I was busy, I was booked, and I was excited because I was making more money than I had ever made. But I was working from, 10 a.m. to, sometimes 9 p.m. at night, working 6 to 7 days a week, massaging clients. And then I was a group fitness trainer, a bar instructor for a while. So I was doing fitness classes at night. And there were still kind of those last minute cancellations and holes in my schedule. So I was kind of scrambling to fill those. And I was just looking into getting my first business coach. And I found that business coaching was a really great catalyst for me to really see that those foundational parts of business that I was perhaps missing, but it still wasn't quite hyper targeted to what I needed as a health business. And that's why I wanted to become a business coach, to show people the exact strategies to be able to create, making a six-figure practice sometimes, but working 4 days a week, maybe 5 days a week. None of those 6 or 7 day work weeks, 12-hour days. And it just breaks my heart when I have clients that I meet with for consultations, and they're like, I'm working between 4 different clinics right now. I'm working 12 hours a day. I have no free time. And they're just on this hamster wheel, and they don't know what is the first step to take to be able to carve some of that down, to create just a little bit of room to breathe so they can get out of that state of panic and have the space to actually think creatively and think outside the box and make it fun. And I know that for me, that was the hardest part is knowing that your business can be fun and easy. So that's really something I want to create for others, because I was just so tired of just, like I said, every day felt like a fight for me, and I was strung out and anxious and just like searching for something, but I wasn't sure what I was searching for or how to even know that I was moving towards that or that I had gotten there once I got it. You know, I didn't celebrate any of my successes. I just kept barreling forward.
Wow. Yeah. And I imagine that as people are listening, some people can really relate with that. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And when we come back from commercial, Miranda, we'll dive in deeper into when people first come to see you, what are their biggest challenges? And perhaps you could shed some light on how they can start to move through some of those challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to share.
Awesome.
A conscious lifestyle for a mindful life. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. Being a radio host on IOM FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network.
Life is a flow, and enlightenment is simply harmonizing with the way life really is. Then you find that life is effortless, benevolent, and free of all suffering. Hey everyone, this is GP Walsh, and I want to invite you to my brand new radio show that's launching right here on OMTimes Radio called The Flow of Enlightenment. I've been a spiritual teacher for decades, and my greatest pleasure is being able to share with you these deep and highly practical spiritual ideas. So join me in The Flow every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern and let yourself be transformed.
My loves, you know you're here as a soul-led leader to transform this world through the sharing of your passions and gifts. You are here to be in your warrior of light and align your business with your highest self. I'm Rosalyn Fung of the show Activate Your Soulgasmic Business. Let's elevate your business to the next expansive level. I invite you to flow into a business soul alignment discovery call with me at rosalynfung.com. That's ROSALYN, fun as in have some fun, FUNG, and let's see how I can best hold space for you to align your highest self, magnetize your dream clients, and monetize on your soul mission. I can't wait to connect.
COVID-19, brought to you by CDC and the Ad Council.
Do you feel like your emotions are all over the place? That's normal during this abnormal time. There are a number of ways to cope. Maintain a healthy routine, get enough sleep, eat nutritious food, and exercise at least 30 minutes each day. Schedule some time to talk with a friend or family member. And remember, you can always take a few deep breaths to feel more centered.
Find more self-care and coping tips at coping-19.org.
Welcome back, loves. All right, Miranda, let's have you shed some light on when your clients, massage therapists, holistic practitioners come to see you for a discovery call. What are some of their biggest challenges they're having and experiencing?
I love this question because as I've been consulting over the last almost 2 years, I gather extensive information from my consultations, from my calls with each person, and really put down and in detail all of the challenges that they've listed. Any noteworthy comments, anything that they've said that's a personal limiting belief, I have it all at my fingertips. And so what I've gained from a lot of these consultations is people that feel trapped by their situation, but they don't know what the next move is. They feel lost and overwhelmed. Marketing, feeling completely overwhelmed or frustrated or almost resentful about being on social media to promote their business. A lot of the complaints and struggles are really two major things, I would say. It's a struggle with themselves, their own limiting beliefs or personal, fears around launching their first home-based or individual practice, just the overwhelm of how to be a functioning and organized entrepreneur with systems and processes they can fall back on and rely on with peace of mind. And that's something I'm really passionate about going deeper with my clients, because I am so organized. I love to share how they can really create that system with ease. And working too much, like their bodies are it's a very intensive work. Our bodies are breaking down after 5 or 6 years sometimes is the average life of a massage practitioner. So I even spoke with, I had a massage session with a new practitioner who's been in the game for 12 years a few weeks ago. And he said, my low back is always aching. And, he said, I want to go digital. I want to, launch my first online program or something, but I don't know how. I don't know what I can offer. I don't know what to do or how to structure that. So I would say there's really a lot of fear and overwhelm around starting, whether that's I want to break free from my clinic I work out of and I want to become independent and have my own business, or whether it's you're a seasoned practitioner, or you're really just wanting to stay relevant with this fast-changing world, how we are all going online now, and thinking, the overwhelm of how do I get this online? How do I know that people want what I have to offer?
And so I would love for you to shed some light a little bit, where do people even get started? And the other question is, I'm how do massage therapists bring their businesses online? I'm so curious about that. Without being a business consultant.
Totally. I know, right? It's really cool, actually. I've gotten a couple of requests, and the most recent clients I've worked with, I've gotten requests for, actually helped my last client launch his first movement coaching program. And I've gotten more questions about how to launch my health coaching program, confidence coaching, or, stretching program or courses where people can really start to take the one-on-one advice and care that they get while they're on the table and kind of extending that into the home. So they get a customized, self-care plan from their practitioner based on the ailments or pathologies that present in their treatment. And so between them and the client, they can come up with a, customized self-care, program that really works to continue their care off the table. So there have been a lot of things like that, and that's why I love the holistic approach. Is I have more clients that are I want to be involved in that person's, self-care and lifestyle, and continue the care off the table beyond just the one-on-one treatments. And so that's where I see the massage and health industry going.
So if I'm hearing you right, what you're saying is even for massage therapists, they have a lot more to offer than they may believe. Because even when I'm on a massage table, my massage therapist is always giving me stretches and ideas of how to make sure I'm maintaining proper form and posture and like not re-injuring myself. So what you're saying is all of this wisdom that massage therapists hold, for example, they can turn that into an online course and bring that into an online program.
Yeah, absolutely. We have so much knowledge inside of us that I feel should be extended and reach out and give an impact to the world rather than just one-on-one. There's so much more that we could do, and there's so many more ways that we could impact people. I find that the biggest barrier for getting online, even sometimes above and beyond knowing how to attract clients, is the tech help, which is something that I also love to support people on in my 4 and 8 week one-on-one programs, because I used to not even know how to use Google Drive. Like, I used to be so, you have no idea, so tech illiterate in every way. And I kind of had that same moment too, where I was so busy. Like I told you, I was booking 8-10 weeks in advance, sometimes working 6 days a week. I was strength training to try to continue to strengthen my body and build myself up so I could serve more clients one-on-one. But my body was breaking down. I was getting inflammation in my thumb and my wrists. And, I was thinking there must be a better way to be able to impact people in a positive way and stay involved in the health industry that I'm passionate about without my body breaking down like this. And so I just decided to kind of really lean into learning how to do email marketing, create landing pages and sales pages and my own website and all this stuff that I would have run away screaming in the other direction, like even a few years ago.
Wow. And so and for you, was it being coached, doing it on your own? Like both? What helped you get more confident?
It was a business coach, actually, that was my catalyst to knowing that I could learn the rest on my own. So business coaching is I'm so passionate about it because I could never have gotten where I am today without a coach of my own. I actually put my first business coach, my first kind of big ticket coaching item on my credit card because I was just so ready, but I didn't have the money and I just didn't care at that point.
Yeah. Well, and that's what really, you bet on yourself. And I love really having people tune into this. Just bet on yourself. If there's anyone to bet on, it's you. And when you bet on yourself, you pull out that yes to your next level version of yourself, and then you make shit happen. Right? Like the things that you create, you never would have thought. It's just like when we get into that space of yes, like nothing's going to get in our way. And when it does, we're just like, it's okay. It's figure outable. We'll work through the blocks and we're still determined to make it happen and manifest what it is that we truly desire. And you totally practice that. You practice what you preach as well, Miranda. You walk your talk. So you are definitely one of the most organized people I've ever met. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you're making me look bad, girl. I'm like, I'm not as organized as you. You're making me step up my game, which is so awesome. I love it when my clients inspire me in so many ways. This is one of the ways that you inspire me. So organized. Spreadsheets galore. And very easy to understand. I love it. And so tell us a little bit more about, when people start to work with you, what does that look like?
Well, we have, like I said, I have multiple options for people to work with me really at any financial stage, but the deepest transformation I would say would be my 8-week program. I have a 4 and 8 week programs where I work deeply one-on-one with each person and create a really customized strategy that works for them and really makes them feel, like I said, authentic and excited and inspired within their business, knowing what possibilities are available for them, and have, like you said, spreadsheets, worksheets, and a lot of materials to really support that knowledge. that I can use to reference back to later. I frequently have clients tell me that even a year or two later, they go back to my worksheets and they use them. So I'm taking some of these top level kind of personal methods from my 8-week course and really diving deeper and expanding into what I normally teach on just my free Facebook group. I'm going deeper into these lessons in my free 5-day Attract Fiercely Loyal Clients Facebook challenge. I'm really excited about it. It's launching from May 3rd to May 7th, and I've seriously up-leveled the value that I'm bringing to this challenge from this year versus last year, and that's because of working with you.
Yay!
Yay! So I don't even have any expectations. I'm just so excited to show people what I've learned and to share with them some really empowering and like immediate tips that they can take with them into their practice to be booking more clients, like literally within the week, or some really clear ideas and frameworks to start to create their first online offer as well.
Wow. Yeah. Can you guys feel Miranda's excitement? She's really excited. Just even in our coaching container in WhatsApp, like just, I love the excitement. It inspires me too. I'm just like, this is amazing. Just how excited you are to serve and support and really coming in with so much heart energy. So beautiful. Let's jam a little bit about, like we talks about in our coaching, how important it is to show up authentically as who we are. And I feel like a lot of people do, like that's kind of a word that gets thrown around a lot. So would you be open to sharing a little bit about what that means to you and how you help your clients do so for themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a few key things I like to work on with my clients, and right away starting with impact. And not just impact outwards, like believing that you can do what you were dreaming about, that is possible in our program, working together, that 4 or 8 week container together. But really coming from the inside out, you want to believe that you are worth charging what you want to charge. You are worth betting on and making a meaningful and positive impact. You are able to expand further. I really get that person in a mind frame of shifting and really flexing that risk building muscle, flexing that comfort zone crushing muscle, because that's the biggest thing that stands in people's way, right? It's their own fear of overwhelm, fear of confidence, a lot of fear, right, of our own abilities. So we work together on, healthy habits and mindset shifting and a lot of other kind of personal aspects of their life and balancing what they need to have a, beautiful, balanced, relaxed mindset, so that they know that they can actually take what I'm teaching them in the next steps and take it to the next level. Because if we don't, get the mindset right and get that person willing to take risks and willing to try things differently, then everything else just will kind of crumble afterwards. So I have found the most success in my business the more comfortable I get with taking risks without expectations. And so that's a really important framework right at the beginning.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, that's such a powerful lesson for myself as well. It's like really, again, betting on ourselves, taking the risk, and not being attached to outcomes, and staying aligned with your vision, your greatest vision. And I really hear that that's how you hold space for your clients as well. It's so important to, you're right, get the mindset right first, because as we both know, our success of our business only goes as far as our psychology allows us, right? And so Yeah, absolutely. That's so huge. Wow. So then from here, would you say then once people, like, does it take people a while? I guess it depends on who they are and just how far they've come. But like with your ideal clients, what sort of mindset are they in already? And what are some of the common blocks they experience?
I love my clients. They're coming to me because typically they are ready to make a change. They feel fired up and inspired to some degree, on their own, knowing that they deserve that change and that they want that change. But we really work to shift it from I want, but I feel afraid, or I wish I could have, but I feel overwhelmed, to like, yes, this is happening no matter what. We are doing this together. We will achieve what you want to achieve in your deepest desires, and that it's really not an option, right? And I do remember I worked with this client once. She needed a little bit further to go with her mindset, but it was so rewarding to work with her, because sometimes those clients that have those, very solidified previous beliefs, and that then you see those light bulbs go off at the end throughout the program. It's so rewarding. And she even messaged me sometime later after we had finished that 8-week container together. And she said, I've been working on my mindset a lot more and realizing a lot of my limitations from before. So that is so rewarding to just know that I was, a catalyst to encouraging her to continue working on her mindset in some small way. Before we had worked together, she had never, meditated. She had never journaled once in her life. Just the spirituality and, mindset wasn't really part of her practice before that. And so that was really rewarding. And that's why I call myself a holistic business coach, because like you said, us working together, one of my most powerful shifts was really being able to stay in alignment and not be taken out by my anxiety every single day. And so I like being able to help other clients with that holistic approach.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right, my love, we got to shift into commercial. And when we come back, we're going to explore a little bit more about Miranda's free 5-day challenge, which you need to come and play in. It's going to be so amazing.
Free your mind. Expand your soul. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine and tune in for inspired conversations with publisher Linda Joy on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Linda creates sacred space for leading female luminaries, empowering authors, heart-centered female entrepreneurs, coaches, and healers. A soulful venue where guests openly share the fears and obstacles they've overcome, wisdom and lessons learned, and the personal journey that led them to the transformational work they do in the world. Inspired conversations to empower you on your path to authentic, soulful living.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour,
if you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind,
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
All right. Welcome back, loves. Miranda, I'd love for you to, because I know some people are going to be new to you, And I love the story, your story, where you really like, holy shit. Like, I'm like, holy shit, you left home at such a young age. Like, I can't even imagine me being Asian. You know, we like stay in our home until we get married with my parents. So it's such a different world for me to hear your story. And I'm just like so inspired by your bravery, your courage. So I'd love for you to share that part of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not afraid to share it. It's something I wrote in when I became a published author in the Blue Talks books. I shared a really kind of deep and painful story that was really actually cathartic for me to write about, because it was kind of that first needle that dropped that allowed me to finally be able to forgive, to learn to forgive and let things go on a deep level. So I did move out when I was 17. I had some really tough personal events in my home life throughout my childhood, involving my sister, my mom, everyone in our family. And it was really, it created a lot of issues with me. Like, I had a really hard time communicating, and that's why I'm so passionate about consulting and coaching now, is because I used to not be able to communicate. I actually was, I would completely shut down as a child because of the trauma that happened in my childhood. And it was several things all in like a span of a year or two. My father passed away, and, some other pretty traumatic things happened in my family, in my home, and it was ongoing. It was like multiple events, multiple repeated events of trauma within a couple years, and it kind of started to change me. I was a very resentful and kind of angsty teenager, and reactive, obviously, to some degree. I felt very awkward. I felt like a kind of an outsider. I was just kind of an average kid, kind of living, and it looked like a normal life from the outside, but I was experiencing a lot of trauma at a young age in my preteens. So I held on to that resentment and that anger for a really, really, really long time. And that's part of the fights that I was talking about. I felt like I was always fighting through that and just not able to be myself. And of course, sometimes when you experience trauma, you create these patterns of trauma that repeat themselves. And so that what emerged from that was that I was always in, kind of toxic relationships with men too, one after the other. And so it created such friction between my mom and I that I just left. That's another one of my coping things I've been dealing with, is that I have the urge to run away to work, which is why I became sort of a workaholic, and to other things to kind of pretend that I have that control. If I'm feeling out of control in my personal life, at least I can work on something that helps me move forward in another part of my life. And that's kind of how I ended up splitting into that workaholic, toxic masculinity. And so I've been working really hard on forgiveness and letting go, and just letting go of a lot of those traumas from my past that created that kind of whirlwind of, I can't forgive because I'm going through all these toxic situations now. And that's creating resentment, that's creating more problems. And it's like it was this cycle this hamster wheel I didn't know how to get off of. So, even just now, I do what I can to kind of bless that time and bless that struggle, and know that that's because of that that's who I am now. Because I used to even feel resentful about the fact that, a lot of a lot of girls when they're 19, 20, 21, they're partying and they're having fun and they're just being teenagers and being kids, right? And I really didn't have that opportunity. My my life felt quite heavy for a really long time, and it did take me about, I would say, 15, maybe 10 to 15 years of just feeling this heaviness and this like sadness and this anxiety that other people couldn't see because of my childhood traumas. And now it just feels so amazing to know that it is possible for some of that stuff to melt away and to make space for future better experiences. And I don't feel resentful about the fact that I couldn't, spend as much time going to the bar and partying and stuff like I wanted when I was younger, because I experienced life to my fullest now. And now I make it a personal goal for myself to really experience each day to its fullest. So me and my partner, we love golfing. We go golfing and we go for long walks and we go to the river. We go hiking. We travel in the summer. I go on like big trips, Paris and Hawaii and Thailand, and I'm really experiencing life to its fullest now. And it's because of that peace. I was able to find that peace from my past to some degree. So that feels really, really good.
Yeah, beautiful. And I just love your post about you and Lewis. You guys are just the cutest couple ever. So yeah, if you guys are following Miranda on Instagram, you've definitely got to. Okay, my love. So give us a little bit of a sneak peek in the 5-day challenge and how people can get into it. It's a free 5-day challenge, and it's called?
Yeah, it's called Attract Fiercely Loyal Clients. Yeah. Perfect. And it's going to be a 5-day challenge, free 5-day challenge. I've got the link here that I can share with you. It's striveholistic.com/5-day-Facebook-challenge.
Perfect. And that will be in the show notes, or you can go to Miranda's Instagram page, which is?
Mm-hmm. It's just at Strive Holistic. So Strive, HOLISTIC.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys will be able to catch her there as well as on Facebook. And on Facebook, it's also, drumroll, Strive Holistic. So you guys can catch the information there. Beautiful. And what can people expect out of this 5-day challenge? So after the 5 days, what can they expect in terms of transformation, what they're receiving?
They're going to be able to take some immediate personal strategies home with them to apply to either their hands-on work, so booking more clients within the week. Like I said, it's very quick with my clients. Within the week, they're booking new clients into their practice. I've had clients tell me they've doubled or even tripled their income since working with me. So they can expect probably an immediate little bump in income, in feeling more aligned with the clients they are working with, and empowered to knowing how to reach more of the clients that light them up and inspire them to love coming to work, as well as some really thorough strategies for how to begin their email marketing journey, structuring their first online offer, and creating that trust online that is really necessary to be able to sell your online offer and blend it beautifully with your practice. I'm so excited to show people what's possible.
Powerful, powerful. So if you guys are feeling called, please do sign up. And once again, my love, what is the link?
It's striveholistic.com/5-day-Facebook-challenge.
Okay, perfect. And if you're on Instagram, just hit the link in the bio and you can enter it there as well. Probably easier. But
very top link.
All good. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is start to move into a meditation with a light language activation. So I'm going to invite you to start to close your eyes, have a soft gaze, if that feels more comfortable for you. And we're going to really invite you to tune into your heart. So following your breath in. And taking a beautiful big breath into your heart center in the front and the back. And then just breathing out, taking a little bit longer on the exhale. Breathing out anything that doesn't serve or support. On your next inhale, breathing into your belly. This is your sacral chakra, the center for creation, your sexual energy, which at the higher level is your creative energy, your self-worth. And then just breathing out anything that doesn't serve or support. Now as you inhale your next breath, breathe into your solar plex. This is your life force energy. And as you do so, I invite you to evoke your vision for your practice, your business. What is it that you want to create? Imagine having a thriving practice, both live in person, if that's what you do, as well as online. Imagine in all the possibilities of creating impact, influence, and income. You're serving from this beautiful place of your heart, your talents, your gifts. Witness yourself at this next level version of you, operating with so much flow and ease. Visioning what your clients are saying and raving about the work you do together. Seeing the ripple effects. They're feeling better. Their body's functioning better. Their minds are clear. And just notice the sensations that this brings up for you. Perhaps it's lightness, it's feeling expansive. And just breathe in whatever feels good. And if there's any resistance, that's okay. Just breathe through that. That just means there may be some blocks, limiting beliefs that need to be worked through and need to be released. So let your breath soften that resistance. And as you just allow yourself to continue breathing, dropping in more and more into all of you, into your vision. Tuning in and connecting with your purpose. Just breathing this in. I'm going to activate this with a light language. So breathing in. Morokoratia nenakia morokoratia koratia morokoratia morokoratia nenakia morokoratu koratia nenakia morokoratia moroko mananakia nenakia, clearing anything in the way of your path. Morokua Nanakia Morokora Tia Nenekia Morokora Chua Nenekia Morokora Tia aligning. Balancing Morokua Morokora Tia Nekia Kora Tia Nenekora Tia. Activating your vision. Morokora Tia Nenekara Chua Nenekia. Amplifying it. Morokora Tia Nenekora Kara Chua. Morokora Tia Nenekira Kora Tia, and anchoring it in. Big breath in and then release. And so as you're here hanging out with the sensations that just came through, there's no right or wrong, so you might feel lightness. You may feel more expansiveness. You may notice fluttering behind your eyes. Just let yourself settle into this. And then when you're ready, just very slowly and gently start to flow yourself through. Beautiful, loves. Thank you so much, Miranda, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
If you do feel called, please do go check her out and play in her free 5-day challenge.